Bro, you know that everyone's putting out their top spring list this year. You know what? We need to hurry up. Let's make our top spring list and then let's make our top winter list. And then we'll release it next week and we'll be in front of everybody. Yeah.
You're freaking stupid. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris. This is our channel, Mr. Siage. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For all the returning subscribed Siage soldiers, as always, welcome back. And as you guys know, you guys can always hit me back up with a salute by hitting the thumbs up icon down below. It really shows you support, and you know that I greatly appreciate it. And if you're a new viewer who happens to stumble upon my channel or this video, maybe stick around, see what the channel has to offer, and at the end of the video, if you decide, hit the like button. Also, if this is some kind of content that you enjoy, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for the latest updates on reviews, top lists, and fragrance giveaways. Today, I am putting together my top 5 spring fragrances under $45 that I'll be rocking this spring of 2018. These are all terrific fragrances and all can be had for under $45 if you look in the right spots. Fragrantica, Fragrance X, Max Aroma, even places like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, stuff like that. These all carry fragrances like this that'll be in this list. So make sure to check those places out if you see something here that you like. Starting off my list at number 5 is a renowned fragrance that is known for smelling like a very popular niche fragrance. Coming in my list at number 5 is Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armand. Now, what you're going to get with Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armand is a citrus woody fougere kind of fragrance that actually smells very similar to Creed's Aventus. And as we all know, Creed's Aventus is a very popular fragrance within the fragrance community. The one issue that people may have is that it costs around $300 to $400 going up to the higher, bigger bottles. But Club de Nuit Intense Man actually pulls off a very similar scent to Creed's Aventus at way less of a price. It can be had for $35 if you look at the right spots. I think on Fragrantica I saw it for around $35.99. And granted, when you first spray Club de Nuit Intense Man, you're going to get a really synthetic sort of opening, but it leads way to a nice bergamot and blackcurrant, and you get that very smoky scent that you get with some of the smokier batches of Aventus. It lasts a really long time, really good for spring, and that's why it is entering my list at number 5, Club de Nuit Intense Man. Following that fragrance is a fragrance from a house that you don't really hear that much about, but for the price and for the scent that you get, you really can't beat my entry for number 4, which is Mandarina Duck Pure Black or Mandarina Duck Black. They're both the same fragrance, they just have different names. One's called Pure Black and one's called Black. But this fragrance opens up with a nice citrus, and you get a nice tonka bean and vanilla dry down that's really close in my head to if Chanel Allure Homme Sport Au Extreme and Chanel Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche had a baby, and that baby would be Mandarina Duck Black. It's just a really nice, fun fragrance, yet really good performance. I believe it is an eau de toilette concentration, and this could be had for dirt cheap. Because it was dirt cheap, I actually have 2 of these bottles, which later down the line I might be doing a giveaway one of the bottles. But if you go for a tester, this can be had for 15 bucks. Performance is really good. You get about 10 hours of performance, with about 3 of those hours being solid projection before it settles down closer to the skin and getting that nice tonka and vanilla dry down. Really playful, really good compliment getter. That's why it enters my list at number 4, Mandarina Duck Pure Black. Coming in the list at number 3 is a fragrance by the House of Rosassi. This is another fragrance that is sort of similar to a popular Creed fragrance. If you don't know what it is, coming in the list at number 3 is Rosassi's Antiba. This is an eau de parfum concentration. And as I said, a lot of people say that it smells like Silver Mountain water. Granted, I see the similarities, but let's just say that this is the Sinister Sia's version of Silver Mountain water. It has very good performance. It has notes of citruses, and it actually has this vibe of like a sparkling sangria. Just a sparkling, nice, fruity wine accord. What I find that it lacks from the Silver Mountain water is that tea note, but this is definitely just like a younger, more fun version of Silver Mountain water. And for the price that it can be had, around $30, you cannot beat Rosassi's Antiba. Coming in at number 2 is a fragrance I was sort of reluctant to put on this list, and that's only because of how this company makes their fragrances available. Coming in at number 2 is Zara's Norland. Now, this is a fragrance that can be had for $15 at some Zara's. The thing is, Zara has a tendency of not keeping things in stock and discontinuing fragrances. And especially in the United States, you really even can't order their fragrances online. But I did want to be honest, as much as I didn't want to put it on the list for availability, it is going to be one that I wear very frequently. And if you could test this out, make sure you give it a test, and if you like it, pick it up, because it can be had for dirt cheap, and it's one that it's going to be a staple in the Cheapie department for my spring fragrances. What you get in this fragrance, you get a lot of grapefruit up top, and it dries down to a nice vetiver fragrance that is very reminiscent of Terre d'Hermès for men. This is pretty close to Terre d'Hermès for men. I did a review of this a couple months back, along with Zara's Thibodeau, which is a Santal 33 type of clone. But this one is definitely one that I'm going to be rocking a lot this spring. I wish Zara just made their fragrances more available. It sucks that they just discontinue them, or it sucks that they just don't stock them. And the thought behind that is, if they keep things in demand, it's going to keep you coming back to check out other fragrances, which is a smart business plan by their part, but also rather dumb, because people want to get specific fragrances, but they want you to try other stuff out as well. So I can see where they're going with that. It's still sort of shady in my opinion, but it's still a great fragrance. Definitely give it a try if you get a chance. Coming in at number 2, Zara's Norland. Coming in at my number 1 is a fragrance house that you don't really hear that many reviewers talk about. And it's crazy because it is an insanely good house for the prices that these fragrances can be had. You can find these fragrances at your Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, Kohl's. All those places have these fragrances for really, really cheap. And I am talking about the House of English Laundry, and the fragrance is Notting Hill for Men. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and I got this bottle for $19, which is a steal. This is a steal. This is a great smelling fragrance. A lot of the fragrance from the English Laundry line are very good, pleasant, very signature scent worthy kind of scent. This one opens up with a crazy opening of lemon, bergamot, and lime. And it dries down to this very beautiful, clean, nice, musky scent that is just really, really good. This is not a hugely projecting or very loud scent, but it's not subtle either. It sticks close to the skin, but you definitely get decent projection and a nice sillage within this scent, and it smells very good. This is a great gentlemanly scent, and it's not meant to be loud and obnoxious. This is meant to have people come closer to you and smell you. It's really, really top notch in my book. And when it comes to Cheapies lists, I think English Laundry is really gonna make a lot of my Cheapie lists because they just have so much to offer, and they're just, for the price and for the amount that you get, the presentation alone is beautiful. They come in these awesome coffrettes as well, and you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. For the price, it is incredible. I'm not trying to hype up anything, but this is why it is #1 on my list. It's fantastic. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, you guys see that I've been rocking the House of English Laundry a lot within the past couple weeks. So coming in my list at #1, if you definitely get a chance to try, check out English Laundry's Notting Hill for Men. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 Cheapie fragrances that I'll be rocking this spring. Now, these are basically just my opinions. They're ones that are in my collection. I just wanted to share them with you guys just in case you possibly haven't heard of any. Price points per these bottles are incredible. Like I said, less than $45. These fragrances are great. They're all mass appealing, great compliments, and you're gonna smell really good during the springtime. So if you get a chance, definitely check out some of these fragrances. Like I said, a lot of them can be found on the Max Aromas, Fragrance Nets, and Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and stuff like that. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be coming out on Friday. With my new schedule that I'm trying to do, my days are going to change. I know I used to do Mondays and Thursdays, but now my videos are going to be out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So you guys are going to get 3 videos a week if that's something that you will enjoy. If you have any of these fragrances, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Or if you have any Cheapie suggestions that I might not have mentioned, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys will be rocking this spring of 2018. Thank y'all so much for watching. All links to social media are down in the description. Love you guys. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.